Okay. Oh my God, that's painful. We'll just wait and see if anyone finds me again. Hopefully, people will come back. Hopefully, I'll be able to see the chat on my bloody computer. Ah, there we are. Mandy, B, hey. Hey again, long hair, skinny eyed toe. Oh my God, that was painful. It wouldn't even let me end the last live stream. There was no end stream. So until I could do that, I couldn't restart. That was so painful. Hey again, Mike. Thank you for coming back, people, after that thrilling experience. Hello again, Farah. Yes, I finally made it back. It was quite the ordeal, really. I've got it on my. I did Jackie eventually. I've got it on my phone data now, so maybe that will be better. I don't know why it wasn't. It was telling me I've got all my bars of internet. Even though I pretty much finished the mug tag, I only have one to go, which isn't even mine. Now, hey again, Paula. Hey, Susie. Hey again, Robin. Trump took over after me. Hey, Summer. Oh, that's nice. Hey, Aquarius. Hey, Simon. Yes, I know. I couldn't end the live stream. There was nowhere to end it. So until I could end it, I couldn't start another one. But we got there. So the last mug is about 40 years old. And this was my husband's mug when he was a very little boy. And when I pulled this out of the cupboard this morning and looked at it, I was like, that is one freaky fucking mug for a little kid. But this mug has extreme sentimental meaning to him, hence why we still have it. And this here is the mug my husband had as a very little boy. And I know, right, Jackie, bringing it into the room, even I was freaking out that I was going to drop it. Oh, yeah, you said the same, Simon. I know. I carried this like gold and like shooing my cats away. But really, is that not scary for a little child to drink out of? But he loved this thing. And that made me laugh. Holy hell, that was an aside to come back to. I know, it's creepy and scary, but this mug was talked about for years when I first met him, and then he finally brought it home. And it sits like on a top shelf where we don't touch anything pretty much on that shelf. And pulling it out this morning, I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah, obviously he's never had a clown phobia or anything. I don't know what is with the bow on the back of the head, but he used to have his cordial in this mug, and he would ask for water on the bottom and his cordial on the top in his, I can't think what he called it, if he just called it his sippy cup, even though it's not a sippy cup. I should have asked him before I came on, but yeah, even though this isn't my mug, that's why I saved this sucker till last, because it's it's different. It's weird. As a little girl, I had like unicorn mugs, and with unicorn handles and stuff. Yeah, freaky, freaky. Yeah, it is too. I know everyone's just saying it's really creepy. Is it a clown, Jackie? I think it's a clown because, like, it could just be taken as a creepy boy or something, but it's got like this green bit here almost looks like that frill that the clown has around. Um, I'm just loving everyone's comment. You love it, Simon. He does too. He's just besotted with his childhood mug. I should put it down. I should stop freaking everyone out, actually. It should be in a movie. Yeah, freaking horror film. Uh, um, yeah, Aquarius, it was quite the finale. That's why I wanted to save this one for last. I thought it had the most interest of any mug in my household, to be honest. Um, yeah, I'm sure he just called it his Sippy Cup. It is a horror movie type base puller for sure. Um, hey again, Biffy. Yeah, it's a clown. I don't know what the bow on the back of the head is, though. I've never seen a clown with just a random bow stuck on the back of his head. Um, oh, it reminds you of the Deviant Moon Tarot. Yeah, no, this is way creepier to me than the Deviant Moon Tarot. I find the Deviant Moon Tarot cute. This thing's just fucking creepy. If anything, it reminds me of I watched Chucky when I was really young. I don't know. I think my parents didn't know what it was and let me watch it when I was about 8. Um, yeah, I definitely saved the best till last, Jackie. The one with the most interest, that's for sure. Hey, Fairy Ren. Um, what am I missing here? Yeah, it definitely looks like it's out of a Stephen King movie. Um, yeah, Simon, it does. It reminds me of Chucky. Funnily enough, I had a doll um, when I was young that kind of had that weird, crazy hair like Chucky. And after I watched all the Chucky movies, again, don't know how I was allowed to watch the first one, let alone the rest of them. And my brother collected pocket knives, and he's like 8 years older than me. So he thought it would be really cool to take this doll that resembled Chucky, put a pocket knife in its hand, and walk around scaring the shit out of me. Yeah, no, Chucky isn't a clown, Heather. He's just a freaky fuck of a doll. You want a good guy doll so badly. A good guy doll. And you're calling Chucky a good guy doll? You want a doll like Chucky? I'm kind of confused by that, but intrigued at the same time, Heather. So yeah, that's pretty. I mean, yes, I have other mugs in my house, but they're not that exciting. Not that half the ones I showed you are probably very exciting either, but I thought I'd do it as a live because why the fuck not? Um, Good Guy Doll was the brand name for Chucky. Okay. Yeah, there's no way I could have an actual Chucky doll. Like, I had nightmares for years after that movie. Um, okay. Yeah, see, I was 8. I don't remember the ins and outs of it. I just remember being shit scared. Um, Chucky didn't scare you, Rochelle, more freaked. I couldn't watch I can't watch horror movies as an adult. Loved them when I was a kid, but I can't do it now. Um, I couldn't actually tell you the last horror movie I saw, but it probably would have been as a very young teenager. I don't like movies that make me anxious, that work me up, that or TV shows, anything like that. Um, yeah. Hello, Polish? You love the child play films for whole. Yeah, I know I would probably have a very different reaction to it watching it as an adult, and I'd be curious to watch it again, Heather, to see if I just thought it was really stupid now that I'm an adult, but at the same time, I'm not game to watch it because I don't like horror films in general anymore. Um, Oh, I've not seen you in here before, Polish. Welcome. Oh, Freddy Krueger fan. I don't think I've ever seen Freddy Krueger either. I'm a I'm a Cinderella, a Beauty and the Beast, a happy movie person. And I'm also someone who, once I find a movie I like, I am happy to watch it over and over and over again because I like to not think if I'm watching something. And prior to probably 3 weeks ago, I didn't watch TV at all. The only time I would is if hubby and I were having dinner in front of the telly, we would put on reruns of The Big Bang Theory. And the reason we would put that on is because we'd seen them just in passing so many times as the years have gone on that we never had to think. Like it was lighthearted, it didn't drag you in, it could be on in the background, and yeah, it didn't bother you. And I started like I watched Tiger King yesterday because my husband raved about it. Um, I don't even know what my feelings are about that yet. God, I'm missing so much chat. Um, oh, Sandra, that's awesome. What Sandra said, that is awesome. Oh my God, your mum has a Chucky doll. Oh no. Yeah, no. What that thing did to me as a child, as an 8-year-old, yeah, I couldn't do it. Um, I haven't seen actually, probably to me, the scariest movie I've watched as an adult, the scariest, which to all you horror fans is not scary, it was Angels and Demons, and that's also one of my favorite movies. I freaking loved that thing. But I didn't sleep very well after watching it, and I've watched it multiple times, and it still freaks me out. Mindy, you watched Tiger King. Yeah, brain cells you'll never get back. I watched it because my husband kept going on and on and on about how fucking crazy these people are, and told me that I look completely sane by comparison to them. So the way, and I drilled him. I'm like, am I going to see, like, I don't want to see tigers die or shit like that. Oh, no, it's not really about that. There are some not so pleasant scenes throughout some of those things. And I can't say I was watching it the whole time because I was cleaning up, so I was listening to a lot of it in the background. So there could have been more awful scenes than what I saw, but yeah, those people are seriously, they make me look like a normal functioning human being. Um, Aquarius, your date with your first date was Nightmare on Elm Street. That's up there with mine. My husband took me to see Borat. And now I'm not into idiotic dumbass comedy. Um, but even I don't know. The logic behind that to me was like, are you fucking kidding? You're taking me to see Borat. So I don't know who here's seen Borat, but it is not first date material, particularly if you haven't expressed that you like that kind of humor. Um, and particularly when you do not like that kind of humor. But Borat will always hold a special place in my heart for that reason. But it was definitely not first date material. um, oh, Mike, you wouldn't have it in your apartment, but love that your bum has one. Yeah, I couldn't have one in my apartment. Actually, I still have the doll that my brother used with the it's still in the shed with a lot of my childhood toys. Oh, you just finished episode 3, Simon? Is that Tiger King episode 3? Tiger King, yeah. Oh, hang on. You've got Tiger King question mark, and then below I've just finished episode 3. I'm doing a Becca, aren't I? Love you, Becca. um, kind of. You wish you didn't watch Tiger King. People steam murder cases as entertainment. Yeah, I sort of didn't know about that side of it. It was very amusing. Oh, bless you. Sorry, my cat's sneezing over there. Um, you're a crazy cat lady, but not a murder. Yeah. I just the way it's allowed to happen, the concept of it really blew my mind. I wouldn't say I was that into it, hence why I had it on in the background. I didn't watch it whilst I was cleaning as such. Um, oh, I know, right, Simon? The way my husband went on about that, I thought I was going to hear more. Like, if you own friggin' big cats, it's a pretty quick and simple and easy way to get rid of their body. Um, it's okay. Everyone's safe in my household. I have no tigers lurking in the backyard. Um, yeah, Mandy, I think a lot more people, by the sound of it, are going to end up in jail. Um, I don't think it's quite ended yet, to be honest. Yeah, Sandra, that was my fear with it when my husband was going on about it, and because he told me there really wasn't, um, there was one scene in particular where you saw a lot of dead ones. Um, I'm just prepping you, and pre-warning you. Yeah, Simon, it's definitely more about occult behavior. It's a very, very weird, fucked up world, the world of people who deal with big cats. But it's not it's not as heart wrenching as some shows you would watch with animals, but there was still a couple of parts. Um, but even when they talked about feeding cows to them, and I've turned to my husband and I've gone, I hope whatever we're having for dinner tonight is not red meat, which we don't. God, we might have red meat once a month. Um, and he just looked at me and told me that, in fact, that's what he'd planned. So I had packet pasta instead because I couldn't eat after watching it. Yeah, I agree, Mandy. There were a couple of scenes that were a bit like, I'm not okay with that. But yes, it was more about the crazy, fucked up people. And yes, Sandra, it's definitely not as traumatic as you would see in some kind of documentaries with animals and cruelty and all of that. Um, like I know, oh, what's that cat one everyone talked about? Because I looked that up yesterday because when my husband was talking about this, I'm like, yeah, I remember everyone on YouTube talking about there's a cat one and I can't think what it was. Oh, hey, butterfly, welcome, welcome. God, I'm sad I missed your live the other day. The things you were talking about at the beginning, I was just all into. It was hilarious. Um, someone help me out here. I know other people watched the cat one. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know if Netflix gives you a search history. No. Yeah, don't fuck with cats. Um, I don't think I could watch that at all because I've heard that has cruelty in it. Am I right in thinking that? Um, have you watched that, Sandra? Oh, it was brilliant, Simon. Really? Why? Why? Like, should I watch it then? Is there cat cruelty in it? Mm. Okay, so you have watched it, Sandra, but you had to fast forward through some of it. Okay. Don't see but hear about it. Okay. Okay, so you don't see much. All right. Okay, maybe I'll give it a try then. I don't know. I'm getting more into, and I never watch TV, but it's more, I'll go through everyone on YouTube that I follow, and then if I've kind of mostly caught up, um, then I just want background noise on if I'm doing something because I've got more time on my hands at the moment. I'm not literally sitting down watching these things. But yeah. Okay, you think I'd enjoy it from a site perspective? Okay, I will give it a try then. And if I have nightmares after it, I will come after you. Yeah, I wonder how I'll go with it because oh shit, aside from the fact I've been up forever, I'm terrible with movie names and stuff and documentary names. There was one that was made about basically the drug ring in Australia. So it was all based on a true story. And it was a whole series. It was years back. And my hubby and I would watch like an episode or two. And I think it was on like this is how long ago it was. It was on DVD, I think. Um, and yeah, all about all the drug shit that went on in Australia, and it gave me nightmares. Like I couldn't sleep after what, and more so because it was a true story. I think if I saw the same thing as just a movie, it would have been different. But knowing it was based off a true story and just some of the scenes in it, even to this day, years and years on, I can still see those scenes really clearly. And if my hubby and I talk about them, like that series, and I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of it. Um, yeah, that there's certain scenes that both of us like really recall. They were very terrifying, involved children and stuff like that. Really, ugh. Ah, hey, beautiful Marsha. How are you? Okay, tell me who I am. Okay. God, I don't want to become dependent on Netflix. Prior to very recently, the last series I ever watched was 13 Reasons Why. Um, and I watched that purely for work purposes because I was having parents talking to me about it. I was having my teenagers talking to me about it, and felt, okay, this thing's having a pretty big impact on everyone. Maybe I should kind of know the backstory. Um, and aside from that, barely watched TV up until I think after the last time we chatted on something, Simon. It was in someone's live chat, and I said I don't watch news, nothing. Like, it was probably a day or two after that I started watching Netflix. Um, you're dependent on Netflix, Sandra. Yeah, it's it's not hard. Um, I've definitely found that. If a motorbike accidentally loses his memory, the other creates a fake past for him to spare him the truth. Oh, okay, that one does sound kind of interesting, Simon. Hmm. Oh, Farah, you couldn't watch 13 Reasons Why? Did you try watching any of it or just knowing what it was about, you couldn't watch it? Yeah, I can totally understand why 13 Reasons Why was very controversial. To this day, years on, I still don't know how I feel about that whole series. I don't have words for it. I can see positive aspects. I can see a lot of negative aspects. I can see a lot of twisted aspects. I don't know. I honestly can't put together how I feel about it. Um, and probably more than anything, that concerned me being an adult, being in the job I'm in. and then thinking, well, how the fuck are teenagers who are the main audience for this actually responding to this? So I understand why there was a lot of controversy because it still fucks with my head when I think about it as to how I feel about it all. And don't get me wrong, it drew me in. Like I understand why everyone watched it too, because as a non-TV watcher, I was completely drawn in. Um, yeah, that's something I was reading. Yours. You never made it to the end of 13 Reasons Why. You found the whole premise uncomfortable. Yeah, uncomfortable is a very good word for it, amongst a lot of other words. um, yeah, that last episode was brutal. And yeah, oh, I know, right, Mandy? Like, and I thought that the second season, whatever they call it, I thought it was going to, I don't know, bring it together, make it, um, almost make it better for people. And it shocked me. Like it didn't. It was just as awful. It was just as traumatic. It was just as horrible. So I was kind of saddened that I felt like they had a real opportunity there. Okay, they got people's attention. They certainly did that. In the second season, they had a huge opportunity to, I guess, make right, um, and put across a better message to all these people watching it. But it didn't. It really didn't. Your daughter is in tears. Apparently, the other students got work done while she has been resting at home during this COVID. Now, teachers are piling up work with unreal juice. Oh, Butterfly, that's so sad. How old's your daughter, Butterfly? Um, what else have I missed? Yeah, Farah, it's very confrontational. Mm, online homework now. Mm. It's too much pressure at school, way too much pressure. I know my daughter she's always been a stress head about everything, everything. OCD about being clean, organized, stresses to the max. She's 14 in grade 9. Yeah. And at 14, like, when I have my younger year teens, one of the biggest things I try to stress to them is that do your best, do what you can. You don't get something done, you don't get it done. It's not the end of the world, and it's not going to mean a goddamn thing in a couple of years' time. And I know getting that across to them is a very different topic, but sending loads and loads of love to her. Yeah, Marsha, I'm the same. I can have crazy dreams if I watch awful things. I was at even after watching Tiger King, to be honest. Um, I wasn't sure how my dreams would be last night, and it was interesting for me. Anyone here from America, it's probably nothing to you guys, but to just see him walk into Walmart with guns and bullets and these massive gun shops that you go into, and that blew my mind. Like, we don't have stuff like that in Australia. We have nothing like that. Our gun shops are certainly not really promoted or anything. Our laws are super strict. Yeah, so even just watching that, from that perspective was really, really fascinating to me. Ninth grade is hard. Yeah, absolutely, Mandy. Ninth grade, I think every year of being a teenager sucks ass. Seriously, the worst years of your life. Um, oh, that's good to hear, Mandy, that 10th grade turned around. Yeah, God, we went through hell with my son even going to school from halfway through year 6 up until this year. And so, our joke with him is that he's been training for quarantine for years. He's fine with it. Um, he wouldn't be 14 again for anything. Yeah, I agree, Heather. And in my job, it it's kind of sad to me how quickly adults, like parents, forget how shit teenage years are. And I know there's always exceptions. Um, I know there are some people who loved their high school years and all that, but I don't know. I can't say statistically speaking they're the minority, but it certainly feels like they're the minority of people from everyone I've chatted to. Um, yeah, and a big part when I have a teenage client is trying to get across to their parents that what seems like unimportant and stupid and irrelevant and disrespectful to them as a parent is this whole freaking child's world. Like they're navigating school, teachers, friends, all the bullshit that comes with friends, and it's not just hormones, it's all the other physical brain changes. And it pisses me off when people just blame hormones for it. Anyway, that's my little rant, my sticking up for teenagers. Oh, Mandy, it's normal throughout the US, and that's in Oklahoma. Yeah, I know that it's normal in the US, but to see it right there, it was such a shock to me. Teenage years are fucking awful. I totally agree, Heather. And it's not that I had a traumatic. I oh, I did. I had my car accident when I was 15, but if we take that aside, the rest of my teenage years, it's not that anything terrible happened. Um, it's not that there was any massive bullying. Like I didn't even go through a lot of that shit, but they were still freaking awful. Oh, it's not normal in the US, Mandy. Okay. So just in certain states. I got ya. Um, yeah, it is, Mandy. Being a teenager now is really hard. Yeah, agreed, Marsha. Can you hear my stomach? I hope you can't hear my stomach. That's so embarrassing. I'm all out of my normal breakfast food. I've got no bananas. I've got no yogurt in the house. And it's my fault. My husband went to the shops yesterday and I'm like, no, we'll do it tomorrow. I'll get it tomorrow. And peer pressure, awful. Yeah, I don't even know I had a lot of peer pressure. Um, but still, everything about being a teenager to me was just shit. Um, oh, I am too, Heather. Social media not being around. Um, yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, Marsha, it's past breakfast time for me. Not that I eat much, but yeah, I haven't really eaten anything today. I'll come back to that, Trevor. Um, yeah, that's another thing, that navigating social media now as well and all the bullshit that comes with that, and how difficult that can be. Like, and my heart is breaking right now for our seniors. Like, my daughter's in year 12 and you go through 13 years of schooling, and because we have prep now, and there will be all these things that they look forward to, getting their senior jerseys, having their formal, graduation day. Like, we don't even know if any of those things are going to happen now. Like, and it's just, and how much this is going to impact their grades to go to uni and stuff like that. Because in Queensland, where I am, we just changed our curriculum last year to match up with all the other states. It's totally different. it has screwed up our kids massively. And they're the first ones, like my daughter in year 12, they're the first ones entering into uni via a totally different system than what it has ever been before here in Queensland. So it's just shit. Um, so Farah said, "Do you have toilet paper?" When we shopped last time, we found toilet paper. And so one of my cats has been here forever. And I think maybe back when he was a kitten, he'd occasionally stuff with a toilet paper roll. Never done it as an adult. My new kitten, who's now not so new, I mean, she's probably 6 months old or more, never, never touched the toilet roll, ever. I come upstairs this morning after my coffee, and thankfully there was only a small amount left on said toilet roll, but what was there had been dragged out down the hallway. So both myself and my husband proceeded to chat to Luna about the fact that toilet paper right now is like gold. And this is not the thing for her to be destroying at the moment. Um, oh, you're making a smoothie, Marsha. I haven't made a smoothie forever. I even have a brand new smoothie maker that my parents bought us 12 months ago that I haven't touched. Yeah, Butterfly Magic, you had shit teen years too. I get it. Um, yeah, no, Farah, they're not going to have a proper senior year. It's really sad. Okay, Mandy. So obviously it must work different for you if your 11th graders are doing that. See, our 11th graders don't do that here. But yeah. Um, yeah, so my mug tag kind of turned into quite the rant about being a teenager and everything else. Oh, I just realized I missed B going to bed. I'm sorry. Good night, B in Dreamland. You're off to bed too, Heather. Yes. Yeah, if people don't have anything else to chat about, I will let you all. So aside from myself, Marsha, I know Paula. I can't think who else is on here who's in the Southern Hemisphere. Yeah, everyone else will be getting closer to their afternoons. We're just starting our day out. You were told you were a good kid, Farah. Yeah, I wasn't a bad kid. I just didn't enjoy it. Yeah, Titan King and being a teenager in COVID world. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Fairy Run. Yeah, you're in Australia too. Yeah. Yes, Biffy, you are too. Yeah. Oh, you made it all the way through, Simon. I figured you must have gone to bed or fallen asleep. I hadn't heard from you. You didn't have to stay up. Thank you so much for joining me. It's different for me because, like I said, when I get up at crazy o'clock, it's my weekend, and 8 times out of 10, I go back to bed and sleep for another few hours. Whereas I knew you have work tomorrow or today, maybe technically, depending on what time it is there now. And you made it too, Jackie. Where the hell's Elle? She should well and truly be making it. I'm sure she hasn't fallen asleep yet. All right. But yes, I will let you all go. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for sticking with me through the whole having to restart and the kerfuffle of that. You've got to go make food for everyone, Butterfly. Yeah. I need sleep, Simon. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate everyone being here. Totally enjoying these lives. Really like doing them. Thank you, Fairy Ran. Thank you, everyone. All right, I will leave it at that, and no doubt I'll see everyone in whichever next live is streaming. Right now, I'm too tired to even think of what bloody day of the week it is. So I'll just see you all then. Bye, all. Lots of love.